Well, we're underway in our final game of the New South Wales Women's League Pink Round, and it's our grand final replay between Blacktown and Ryde from earlier this year. Close of the 24-25 season. Big day out here at Blacktown. It's our 7th game on the program. Swing and miss for the first strikeout of the early evening. Lights are on. Sunday night baseball coming to you from Blacktown International Sports Park. Maddie Irwin striking out to start the game. Facing off against Tamarin Love. Cara Heldenhouse now the second hitter in the lineup for Blacktown. Hard hit ball down the third baseline to Izzy Lambert. Ball coming out of the glove of Katie Gaynor over at first. Infield single there for Takara, the first Australian taken in the women's professional baseball draft a fortnight ago. 2 of them appearing in this game, one of them in our earlier game, where O'Sullivan for the Dolphins, and Irwin and Takara, the first 2 hitters in this ball game. Maddie Heath, catcher. She's batting third. House takes off. She goes head first into the bag despite the balls of stand up from the bench. She has a stolen base here in the first, in scoring position now from the power hitting Maddie Heath. 2-0. Outside corner. Love gets herself in the count. There, up and in. Heath hitting .556 through her 7 games this year. Outside corner for the walk. The walk number 9 on the season, just the 1 strikeout. 3 extra base hits of her 10 in 18 at-bats. So runners on first and second with 1 out. Ebony Van Ennard with a chance to drive in the first run for Blacktown. Love falling behind here, 2-0. Allow both runners to move up on the wild pitch. Three, 1 now the count. Van Ennard lifts it high, right field. Nice running catch. No, it's fallen out of the glove. Hayla O'Neill had to cover a lot of ground to get to that. Thought she had secured it, but just as she hit the deck, so did the baseball, and 1 run comes in to score. Heath moves up to second, and Van Ennard will give Blacktown runners on the corners with 1 out. 102 Bree Green. In the dirt now, 2-0. Eighth appearance for Love on the season, her 5th start. She faced Blacktown back on the 8th of November in relief. Faced 4 batters. 2/3 of an inning. Gave up an unearned run with a walk and a strikeout. Has 10 strikeouts. Has issued 20 walks. 15 of the 19 runs have been earned. Top of the zone, 3-1. Blacktown threatening here, top of the first. The final game of a very big Women's League Pink Day. The first of its kind, with all 15 clubs, or 15 teams rather, converging at Blacktown. On the ground to the shortstop, Nakashio. She bobbles it. And won't be able to get the runner over at first. Little bobble by Nakashio. Unlike her, she's so trusty and reliable in that shortstop position. Maybe you've been thinking about the underhand toss before securing the baseball and can't quite affect 1 out, let alone getting 2. Right side, 1 hop under the glove of the second base Sheedan. Blacktown load the bases here with 1 out. Elise Greenfeld, that opposite field single, putting the pressure on Ryde early here. Either Blacktown are batting out of order or Game Changer's got the batting lineup wrong. Fighting that out. This is Elise Greenfield in the box now. That one's popped up, but out of play. Just going to try and find where Bree Hosey is. It's Bree Hosey's spot in the lineup. In the dirt. Full count once more. Love up too high, and it's a bases loaded walk. Blacktown with the 3rd run of the game. Well, here we go. Now Game Changer's backed up, so they must be making the change here. Maybe a late change to the lineup. Down and in, 1-1. Taylor Napier, the hitter. 3-1 here. Oh, it is Bree Hosey. Wearing Taylor Napier's number. All kinds of confusion. Girls wearing their pink jerseys, so sometimes numbers can be different when they wear a jersey. Not all the numbers can be made in time. That one up, ball 4, so back-to-back bases loaded walks. And Ash Ross will have to come out and just have a chat with her starting pitcher here. Blacktown out to an early 4-0 lead. Outside corner, the chat works for the first pitch here to Tiana Lascala. And skips into the glove of the catch of Gruppala. That's a ball and a strike. That one's in the dirt again, nicely blocked by Gruppala. Ryde desperate to find a second out, pick up their pitcher, find a way out of this inning. Pulled at the line, but foul. Love able to get some weak contact. Just needs to live around the zone. That one's up too high. Matty Heath crosses the plate. The 5th run of the ball game for Blacktown. They go back to the top of the order. It's going to be the New York-bound Madison Irwin. Taken with pick 2 in the 4th round of the women's professional baseball draft. Canberra native, called Blacktown home for the last few years. And certainly gone from strength to strength in the Blacktown system. Outside corner, swing and miss. Count 2-2 can Love maintain that command here. Higher Heath the second time in the same inning. Straight down the middle, Heath freezes. One thing to be the first and third out. There's also another to strike out twice in the same inning. Great job by Tamron Love to make the adjustment. Get the strike out of the dangerous leadoff hitter in Irwin. Popped up. Grippelar needs to make sure she keeps it foul. Overhead, 0-1. This is low for ball one. You don't mind that pitch. You want to miss up or down. You don't want to miss in the middle. Popped up right side. Will get out of play, and Love will be ahead in the count here, 1-2. One pitch away from getting out of this inning. It's been a tough start for Tamron Love on the right side. And one lifted into right field. Another long run for Mahala O'Neill. She's playing a long way back with the powerful bat of Takara Heldenhouse. That'll be a 2-run single for Takara. Two more runs on the board for Ryde, for Blacktown rather. First move she goes. Two more in scoring position now for Blacktown. Lifted, left side. Headed foul, but in for it. Can't make the catch. Maybe Heath has herself a double. Ball's headed foul, but it somehow kept itself in play. Maybe Ninnis tried hard to get over to make the catch, and that'll be all for Tamron Love. Tough start to this ball game. Takes it off as Ash Ross goes out to make the pitching change. A couple of innings earlier than what she would have thought she'd be doing it. It'll be Lisa Nakashio to take over with 2 out here in the top of the first. And Blacktown out to an early 9-0 lead. Ev Van Ened jumps on the first pitch from Nakashio. Georgia Wells sits underneath that one, and the change that needed to be made gets the final out of the inning. But Blacktown, they put up a big crooked number here in the first, in the final game of the 2025 New South Wales Women's League Pink Round. Ebony Van Ened comes out onto the mound here in the bottom of the first with a 9-0 advantage. Finds the first pitch into Lisa Nakashio. She gets away from the catcher, Bree Hosey. It'll be Nakashio, Gruppala, and Wells to get it started here in the bottom of the first. It'll be a big mountain for Ryde to climb. Ripped right field. That's got a lot on it off the end of the bat. Nakashio turns around one, thinks about two, but puts on the brakes. Wisely heads back to first. Trailing by 9, you don't really want to run yourself into any outs. Fix Mike's just picking up Maddie Maguire, finding Bree Green that she doesn't need to hold the runner on with a 9-0 advantage here in the bottom of the first. 2-2 here to Gruppala. Or 1-1 in fact to Gruppala. Ball gets away. Big swing by the Ryde catcher. Catch up to it. He's even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pokes at it, and it'll be enough to drop in for a base hit. Eldenhouse in to get it. Ball bounces off Bree Green's glove, who was acting as the cutoff. And Gruppler ends up at second on the little check swing scoop into shallow right centre field. And Ryde get one of those 9 runs back. 3 errors chance to Ryde in the first. Now one right side, inside out swing from Georgia Wells. Back in the New South Wales Women's League after a long stint interstate. The runners on the corners now for Ryde. Dancing over at first, getting a bit of attention from Van Ennard. On strike to Izzy Lambert. Perfect hitter you want in this situation with a runner in scoring position. Would have 2 within the next couple of pitches. Check on the runner. Interestingly, Matty Maguire Asprey Green off the base when Nakashio was at first. Now deciding to hold on. Wells takes off, hit and run, lifted, right side. That's got a lot of the bat. I mentioned that Lambert's the perfect hitter you want. She's certainly lived up to that. Wells around third. She will come in to score. And it's a 2-run double for Izzy Lambert. And Ryde, well, they don't need to get all 9 of them back here, but they certainly started well with a quick 3 spot on 4 straight hits. Nakashio, Gruppler, Wells and Lambert. 5 total bases between them for 3 quick runs. And still nobody out for Tamron Love. Ryde playing their outfield deep, which made life hard for Michaela O'Neill. Blacktown playing a little shallower. With the ball getting over the top of Matthias Kennedy's head off the bat of probably one of Ryde's most powerful hitters in Isabel Lambert. And one up high there to Tamron Love. 2 balls and no strikes. Love, right side. That could drop in for a base hit as well if it stays fair. It won't, though. Three runs coming in to score without an out. For Blacktown, they had a couple of bases loaded walks. Ryde doing it with the bat. Throwing strikes can be a necessary evil. A 2-1 here for Tamron Love. A drive in Georgia Wells from second. Long hold and a look in at Wells. Sawed by Love. Too late to pull out of that one. The count now even 2-2. Blocked by Hosey. She thought it squirted through, but it was at her feet the whole time. And the count now full 3-2. Love hitting 476. Just the two extra base hits. It was a double back against the Dolphins on the 13th of September. And a triple against his Blacktown side back on November 8. Now one right side popped up. Green over for it, but that's going to beat everyone and fall onto the family hill here at Blacktown International Sports Park. Cameron Love battling here. She battled on the mound and couldn't finish the first. Trying to pick herself up and drive in a fourth run. Swinging a miss. She can't put the ball in play. And Van Enden has her first out of the inning. Her 7th appearance. She has 19 strikeouts now on the season to just 8 walks, sporting a 3.44 ERA. Lady needs no introduction. It's Katie Gaynor. She takes the first pitch for a ball. It sets on the mound, ready to deliver the second pitch. Takes it upstairs, 2-0. Katie back after a year off last season. Just her 3rd game of the year so far. Outside corner. And in the count here at 2-1. Former Australian World Cup representative takes that pitch on the inside corner for a ball. Not going to get herself on base here one way or another. Fouls off that one off the end of the bat. Not for the first time today. We've got ourselves a full count. Long hole by Ebony Van Enden. Call of time rather for Katie Gaynor. Right as Van Enden started to deliver the pitch. Lifts it high, left centre field. Heldenhouse around, now in. She makes the catch to secure out number 2 for Blacktown. So 2 away now. Abinina steps in. Try to keep this inning alive for Ryde. Ball's been stuck out there for a little while now. Overcast day all day today after the scorcher we had yesterday. Ball 1 in the dirt. And Innes. And a big swing and miss over the top. Even the count at a ball and a strike. Lifted left side. Stays in play. And Irwin over to make the catch. And Blacktown finally out of the inning. Ryde got 3. They had an opportunity for maybe one more. Blacktown stood tall. And they will come back up to bat lead in this game at 9-3 here at Blacktown. It's Nakashio. She's had 2 pitches for 2 strikes so far. One to finish the first, and the second one to start the second. Tease Kennedy, who was player left out on Game Changer originally, which threw out the lineup that we had. Two and two, hit him and Tease Kennedy. Strikes out swinging, and Nakashio has the first out on the board for Ryde to start the second. Ryde will be hoping that Nakashio can go deep into this ball game. Limit the damage that Blacktown can do on the scoreboard. Hope that they can claw bit by bit back at this 9-3 deficit. Fouled off by Bree Green. Start the at-bat. Straight back up the middle. Nice little golf swing by Bree Green. She's going to sell off a board with one out here in the top of the second. Here's Grenfell. Walked in a run and scored herself back in that first inning. Lifts this one, centre field. Georgia Wells with a big throw back to first, trying to double up the runner in green, just offline. Like the aggression from the Ryde centre fielder. Catch what might have been a lazy run and thinking it was just going to be a catch and nothing more. So 2 outs here. Start the inning. It's Bree Hosey. Another Canberra product. Now in the Blacktown system. Hoping that one day her number might be called in the WPBL draft. Down in the dirt, 2-0. Outside corner. Hosey happy to take it for a strike. That's Nakashio back into the count at 2 balls and a strike here. That's fouled off over both the screens behind home plate and into the stands. She gets the strikeout to get out of the inning. She's got a pair of them here in the second, and it's an important 0 on the board for Ryde. They trail 9-3 with some work to do here when they come up in the bottom of the second. Big hurdle there by Shidan over the first pitch from Van Anerd. The fact that Shidan Liu fouls off the second pitch. On a strike. Gets away. He has to go back to the screen to get it, and it's 2-1. It's shit only you. Fouls off the foot. Takes off running. Two pitches down in the dirt and blocked by Hosey. Build the count at 3-2. And again, hurdling over the ball, and she draws the lead-off walk. Start things in the second. It was 3 straight hits for Ryde. 4 straight hits for Ryde, rather, that led to the 3 runs. It's a walk here to start the second. So Michaela O'Neill down in the 9 hole. Back from her European sojourn. Time for the second half of the season. Liu jumping around at first base. Pop up and Liu's misread it, and she's going to be doubled off over at first. Bree Green adds the tag just in case. And it's a quick twin killing here in the bottom of the second. And the weak pop-up by Michaela O'Neill turned into a double play with Shidan Liu. Momentary lapse of concentration. It was Lisa Nakashio who started the hit parade for Ryde in the bottom of the first. And she started again here in the bottom of the second. Swings and misses of that Ebony Van Enter delivery, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the leadoff walk turns into a quick 1-2-3 inning with the double play, and then the strikeout of Lisa Nakashio. And Blacktown put up their first 0 of the ball game. It's 9-3 as we head to the third. Gianna Scala takes strike one from Lisa Nakashio. Gets us underway here in the third. Lifted. I'm just going to find foul territory. Guinness with a couple of long runs already this afternoon over into that left field corner. Thankful that decided to drop foul, and it's 0-2 here for the Blacktown Workers 9-hole hitter. Blacktown with 9 runs coming on 5 hits. Ryde's 3 runs coming on 4 hits. Cheatham, the only walk issued by Ebony Van Ennard, first time through the lineup. 1-2 here to Tiana Lascala. She's batting for the second time this afternoon. 18 hitters sent to the batter's box so far for Blacktown, 10 for Ryde. Be at least 20 for Blacktown. Count even at 2-2. Can't locate that breaking pitch. Count now full. Now one lifted. Ninnis in. Long way to go. It's going to just drop in front. Ryde playing their outfield very deep. Power of these Blacktown bats. 8th appearance for Nakashio on the season. All but 2 of them have been in relief. Faced Blacktown as the starter back on the 8th of November. 3 of the 5 runs earned on 2 walks, didn't have a strikeout. Gave up 5 hits. Season ERA at 3.87. 14 strikeouts and 10 walks. 7 runs earned of 22 total conceded. Slide step, throw from Gruppala. Just a little short. Scala steals second base. Two 2-0 here to Matty Irwin, who struck out twice against Tamron Love. The only 2 outs that Love recorded in the first inning. Penn's back away from that one. Now 3-0 from Nakashio. Long hold, keeping her eye on Lascala. Fires in the 3-0 to get it to 3-1. Lifted into centre field. In comes Wells. Makes the catch to record the first out. And we're now 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Suppose you could call it evening. Strike one to Hilton House. Shio trying to get out of this inning without a run. Tiana Lascala. Reached on a high fly ball to left field, which dropped in for a base hit. Spin move over to second and shoot on too far away from the bag to make an effective tag. Hit on the ground. Little bobble by Love. Shortstop position. Troubling Ryde here a little bit. Nakashio with an error in the first, and then Love just with a little bobble on the backhand. Maybe got a bit of an unfortunate in-between bounce. Does bring the double play back as an option for Ryde. Here is that opportunity. Love comes in. Shoot on for one. No, straight through the second base. Maybe a little bit too much mustard on the throw for Sheedan to handle. On the fielder's choice and then the error. Blacktown make it 10. Maddie Heath looks like she's done herself an injury. Had a long way off. Maddie Heath. A couple of seasons ago. Healthy now and back. Doing what she loves. So Ryde with a couple of missed opportunities here so far. The top of the third. One run already scoring. Blacktown threatening again. Heath goes despite the pain she may be feeling. Maybe just a bit of a twinge of something as she was running up to first. Didn't get a clear look, and I was looking at the ball that was thrown away in the middle of the infield. 1-1 here. Ebony Van Ennard. One up high, has Van Ennard ducking out of the way, gets out of the glove of Gruppelar, and Heldenhouse comes in to score. One pitch leading to Blacktown's 11th run. Right side. Back for it, O'Neill, and that's out of her reach. I mentioned how deep they were playing, and Van Ennard's been able to get over the top of it this time after making Michaela O'Neill come in a long way the last time she lifted one in the air. This time got a little bit more of it, and she's got herself a double. Runs in Maddie Heath. Blacktown turned to Matisse Kennedy. Lancashire quickly ahead here, 0-2. Doesn't get the false swing out of Kennedy. Outside corner. In fact, now the count 2-2. Breaking ball popped up. Shoot on in. Gets a bit of a spin on the ball. Recovers in time. No, it won't be quickly enough. That ball 8 shoot on up for breakfast. Tease Kennedy legs it out. Hard 90 to reach first safely before Sheehan could recover and affect the out. Strike one, fired into Bree Green. Tipped off the end of the glove. Gio heading this count 0-2. Trying to get a team out of this inning. Blacktown have already rallied for 3. Now original margin of 9 is back. Combination of timely hitting and a couple of misplays for Ryde. What's hurt them here this afternoon. Gio with an uncharacteristic mistake in the first. Ended that inning. That's a nice curveball to get Bree Green looking. That's out number 2 here in the top of inning 3. Tamron Love attempted backhand, which spun the wrong way right when she didn't want it to. An opportunity for a double play that also went missing. 0-1 here to Elise Greenfell. Pokes it right side, but it'll most likely get out of play. It does. Lands in the netting along the family hill out here at Blacktown. Akashio 1 pitch away from ending this top of the 3rd. Gio delivers the 0-2, breaking ball in the dirt. Nicely stopped by Grupola. Misses that one, gets it out of the glove of Grupola. Both runners will move up 90 feet. Straight back up the middle off the bat of Elise Grenfell. It's going to be 2 more runs for Blacktown. Throw from Wells, 2 bounces, maybe, no, 1 bounce, but Kicks away from Gruppala. Here's Kennedy comes sliding in. Good at bat by Elise Grenfell. Fell behind 0-2. Worked back the count to 2-2. Then drove in 2 more runs. As you're bending out of that one. Out now 2-0 in the Blacktown catches favour. Finds the zone on that pitch. Foul ball keeps the at bat alive. Out full here, 3-2 and 2 out. Agashio in this Blacktown run here in the third. Going to be a walk. The Blacktown catcher has to face another batter. No movement out of the right dugout yet. Ash Ross putting a faith in Nakashio. Experienced campaigner. Tiana Lascala fouls off the first pitch she sees. Another long inning defensively for Ryde. Ripped up the third base line, but foul. Nakashio ahead in the count here, 0-2, trying to finish this top of the third. Breaking ball, good enough. Takes enough of the zone for strike 3, and the inning finally comes to an end, but it's 5 more on the board for Blacktown. They're in command here. Here on Pink Day, 14-3, Ryde. Back in the bottom of the third. By Gruppala leads it off for Ryde. Second trip to the plate. Blacktown have just completed their 3 trips through the lineup through the first 3 innings. That's just been their dominance here this evening. That one popped up, but that'll be out of play. Those you can only turn. Oh, nice catch by the fan. One-handed behind his head. Sitting in luxury down there in the corporate booth. Holds back on the swing. It's 2-2 here to Gruppala. Ground to the left side. Nicely done over there by Matty Heath at third. For the first out of the inning. Blacktown just looking for zeros here the rest of the way. Even earn themselves a little bit of an early mark. Get to a bigger lead. Can't hold back. Is behind 0-2. Rocking the Todd Van Stencil high socks. Must be a favourite Adelaide Giants player. I was off that one. Trying to pick up her team and get some more runs on the board. Not letting the 11-run deficit get in their way. And does exactly that. Rips a line shot into left centre field. Splits the outfielders, but it'll just be a singles. The ball holds up in the grass. Blacktown playing a little bit deeper than they have so far. Runner on for Blacktown. Bill Lambert takes called strike one. And a big swing back in the first. Cashed in a run, part of a 4-hit parade, and she's going to have a 2-hit afternoon. Keeps the train rolling for Ryde. Only 1 base at a time so far, but you take your hits when you can get them. I'll pass the baton over to Tamron Love. Swing of that one. Bounce it off that offering by Van Enen to the back net. Here 0-2 with the runner on, or 2 runners on rather, and 1 out in the inning. Rips that one, but at least Grenfell's back there. He had to take a couple of steps. Makes the catch for out number 2. Ryde able to put the ball in play, just can't find the ground. Kind of found the gaps, which has been the difference here this evening. Eddie going in with 2 on and 2 out. Big hack of that one. She wasn't happy with herself. 0-1. Ball up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rips that one down the line as a safe fair. Just foul by a foot. Ryde were blowing it fair. Just kept bending foul. Up high. Ball 2. 2-2, 2 out, 2 on. Katie going to get Ryde on the board here in the 3rd. Swing misses at that one, and she can't. Loses the balance. And the inning is over. Don't think everyone knew what had happened. They were more admiring Katie's dancing skills in the batter's box. She goes down swinging, leaving 2 aboard for Ryde. It's 14-3 as we head to the 4th. Matty to get us underway here in the top of the fourth. One of just 3 hitters for Blacktown yet to record a hit. Struck out twice and blew out in the last at bat. One lifted, but only as far as Tamron Love at short. Couple of strikeouts and a couple of flyouts. Matty Irwin in the leadoff spot for Blacktown. Nakashia looking for a quick 1-2-3, but she's got the top of the order to navigate. Cara Heldenhouse up next. She rips the first pitch she sees straight back up the middle into centre field. Two-hit afternoon for Takara. 3 runs, 2 RBIs. That one hit hard by Matty Heath. It's going to be a foul home run. Really good swing on it, but couldn't keep it to the right of the yellow pole, and have another opportunity here. Ball strike. Heath didn't like it. Right here, 0-2. Nakashio out with a bunch of strikes to start the frame. To the right side, Nakashio couldn't find a shortstop in time. Might have had the umpire in the way as well. Pull back the throw. Took the shore out over at first for out number 2. Ebony Van Ennard's also had a big day with a couple of towering shots in the right field. One that fell in front of Mahala O'Neill. Second one which got over her head. Lefty doing it on both sides of the ball, on the mound and with the bat. Lifts this one into centre field. Long run for Wells as she's playing Wells back. And the ball just bounces out of the glove on the sliding attempt out there in centre field. Thought she had made a great catch out there, but just at the last second the ball comes out. It'll be a 3-hit day for Ebony Van Ennard. 3 for 4 with should be 3 RBI. Yes, it will be 3 RBI. Right side, O'Neill with the long run, but thankfully for her, it'll land on the netting along right field. Breaking ball. Misses low. Hit hard. And dropping in front of Wells. Made the long run from centre field over to left. Could be a bit of trouble over at third. It is. I don't think Heldenhouse realised that Van Ennard had stopped. Sorry, it's Matisse Kennedy. And the base running error will end the inning. Van And then tagged out over at third. But one more on the board for Blacktown. They led at 15-3. Ryde trying to extend this game into the 5th and 6th when they come back up in the bottom half of the 4th. It'll be Abby Ninnis, Shidan Liu. Start the inning. One bounce. Sits up nicely for Matty Irwin. Quick first out. Kenzie Parros will be the third hitter of the inning. I didn't notice that change that was made by Ryde. Mihaela O'Neill out of the game. Eight-1 record for Blacktown on the season. Their only loss was a forfeit last week. Didn't have enough players due to the earlier time slot than normal. Ryde, 5 wins and 3 losses. They currently sit in third spot. Lifted left side. Long run for Maddie Heath, who seems to have shaken off the ailment she had last time she was at bat. These two teams meet back in round 2. Sorry, they didn't meet, in fact. Ryde, fortunately, low on players available. One hit to Maddie Heath. Couple of bounces this time. Easier play for her. Less for her to run. He throws out Shidan Liu over at first base for out number 2. That was a forfeit by Ryde back in round 2. And it was Blacktown with a 9-8 victory on the 8th of November. Blacktown in command here, leading this ball game 14-3. 15-3, in fact. Perez in her first at bat. Four for 18 on the year with a double. Game against the Dolphins a fortnight ago. Big swing on that one. She's down on strikes. And the inning comes to a quick end for Ryde. 1, 2, 3, they go down. And we head to the 5th. Blacktown leading 15-3. The Law Achievers takes over for Ryde here in the top of the 5th. Into the game for Nakashio. Straight swap. Nakashio out of the game. Three in the third innings. 6 runs, only 2 earned. A walk and 4 strikeouts. None of the 9 runs given up by Tamron Love were earned on the 4 hits and 4 walks. Just 2 earned runs. On the duck out of the way, but still fouled off trick by Brianna Green. Got to bring down the periscope. Nakashio done after 67 pitches. She threw 42 strikes. Of 24 strikes from her, 56. One ripped up the line through the hands of the third base coach. Chiefs is going to get the bottom half of the Blacktown lineup in Green, Kennedy, Green, Grenfell and Hosey. Lineup still incorrect on Game Changer. Rip lifted up. A long run. The outfielder's still playing way back. Blacktown have only hit the ball over the heads of the outfielders once for Ryde, and they're still playing well back. Even with the bottom half of the lineup coming up to bat. Softer throwing Law Achievers. She was making her first pitching appearance in first grade. 5th appearance overall after debuting back on the 13th of September. There for a ball. Couple of swings out of both the first 2 hitters so far. Green and Grenfell. That's lifted on the infield. Shidan Lude makes the catch. It ties Elise Grenfell for the first out. They are in early mark territory with the score at 15-3 here in the 5th. So Ryde will need at least 3 runs to send this game into the 6th when the time comes in the bottom half of this inning. In there for a called strike. Bree Hosey. Up a little bit high, 1 ball and a strike here. She's looking for her first hit of the ball game. She's 0 for 1 though with 2 walks, so she's had a busy day. In a 3-2 count here is Bree Hosey. That's just up a little bit too high, and that's the 3rd time that Bree Hosey has walked. Small, statured catcher. It's tough on the strike zone effectively. Gonna have a pinch hitter. A new hit, the pinch hitter here is Cara Cassidy, taking over from Tiala Scala. Jumps on the first pitch, and it's not Mihaela O'Neill, it's Mackenzie Barros. Playing in a little shallower, and Cara Cassidy's almost run herself into an out. Turned first too hard, was halfway to second behind Hosey, who had parked on the brakes. Luckily gets back in time. Just as I mentioned, the outfield still playing deep. Parols is playing probably the shallowest the right fielder has played for Ryde today. Pinch hit single for Cara Cassidy. Go back to Maddie Irwin. 5 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts and a pair of pop-ups. Rips it into centre field and down for a base hit in front of Georgia Wells. Maybe losing it in the light. Maybe trying to deke the run into the thinking she was going to make the catch and throw out a runner on the base paths. Base is now loaded and Maddie Irwin has her first hit of the ball game. It'll be Bree Hosey. The only hitter hitless, but she has drawn 3 walks. Thirteen hits for Blacktown. Six for Ryde. It's been a tough day for Ryde in the field, charged with 6 errors to just the one from Blacktown. That one ripped at Georgia Wells again. Tries to get the throw to second in time, and they do. They get the fielder's choice, 8-6. Robbing Takara Heldenhouse of a base hit. Owen thrown out at second. Now it's going to be Taylor Napier. The pinch hit for Maddie Heath. It's an RBI fielder's choice for Heldenhouse. But first you don't succeed, try again, and Georgia Wells was able to make the play the second time around. One 1-0 to Taylor Napier. Top of the zone now, 3-0. Games were won on earned runs. This would be a 1-run ball game. Unfortunately, it was the first inning that hurt Ryde. Blacktown have loaded the bases once more. Ebony Van Ennard, who has what is officially recorded as 2 base hits. Previous at bat ruled an error in the outfield. Side corner missing just away for ball 1 here to Van Ennard. Strike 1 evens the count at a ball and a strike. He's just trying to find the third out of this inning. The dirt, 2-1. Right side and through out of the reach of Katie Gaynor. Mackenzie Parros gets it back in quickly. Gainer cuts it off. She won't have a play at either third or home. Cassidy and Heldon House come in to score. These Kennedy steps into the batter's box. One for 4 today with 2 runs and a walk. She struck out also. Rips that one hard at Tamarin Love. Takes it on the backhand. She'll go across the diamond and links up with Katie Gaynor and gets the 3rd out of the inning. 4 more on the board, though, for Blacktown. They're 3 outs away from their 9th win of the season. Ryde coming up to bat in the home half when we return. So she's just pitched her first inning in first grade. Now she gets her first at-bat of the evening. Facing up against Ebony Van Ennard with her team trailing 15-3. Laura Sheevers leads it off for Ryde here in the bottom of the 5th. It's a ball in play, but Van Ennard, well, it was going to be a standard ground out, but the feet of Van Ennard gets in the way and kicks the ball out of the glove. With the lead-off runner aboard. For Ryde. 19-3 the score. They're going to need a bunch of runs here to keep this game going. A great day here out of Blacktown. It's our 7th game of the program. Overcast conditions, but that certainly hasn't taken away anything from the day. It was a stinker yesterday, so we'll take the overcast conditions today. You don't have to play in driving heat. It's a win. On the ground, bobble. That's Heldenhouse over there, and it's funny how when you move positions, the ball seems to find you. Tough play for Takara. The ball was right up the line, close to that third base bag. Probably wouldn't have seen many ground balls being an outfielder. Can't make the play there, and it's a pair of base runners for Ryde, for Georgia Wells. Lockie Wells in the broadcast booth watching on, sitting next to us. Two and one into Georgia Wells. Driving some late runs for this right side. Outside corner, call a strike. Count now even at 2-2. Laura Sheevers confused as the situation, and after almost falling over in the box after the swing, Georgia Wells is able to get up to first in time to beat out the throw from Heldenhouse. Sheevers got she had a runner behind her, which gave Heldenhouse the advantage of going to the base before making that throw to first. And they recorded one out on the fielder's choice. There's Bill Lambert, couple of bounces to Matty Irwin. Four balls in play, none of them leaving the infield for Ryde here in the bottom of the fifth. They've got runners at second and third with two out for Tamron Love. Maybe the last chance for Ryde. For one. Back up the middle. Irwin. He fields it, throws it over, and retires Love. And that'll be the ball game. A big win for Blacktown and a big finish to the 2025 Women's League Pink Round. A very big thank you to everyone involved to make it a successful venture. Over 2,500 tickets sold in the raffle, a bunch of merchandise purchased, 7 great games of baseball out here at Blacktown. And we close the book on the very first single venue Pink Round event. Blacktown the winners here, 15-3 in first grade. And one final thank you to everyone involved. We will say goodnight and we'll see you next weekend at a ballpark near you.